At the start of the war, Abraham Lincoln's organizational behavior was not respected among his subordinates because his communication and decision making was too passive. As a leader, he was not giving clear expectations. Before he became president, he was a lawyer and did not have any war experience at all. On top of all this, he had a son who died of the flu. And he had a wife who needed constant attention and failed to keep a budget.
Good evening, Mr. President. I have news for you. I must inform you that our military is failing to take your advice. They are not listening, and it only has caused more danger.
Dun dun dun!
What shall I do?
You must show them that you are their leader and you know the right steps to take.
Perhaps my organizational strategy needs to become more clear. By correcting poor performance, we need to identify the cause or primary responsibility for the military's poor performance, and if there is a personal problem, then we must develop a plan for correcting this behavior.
It's almost as if the general does not buy into the suggestive tone you give. You must change your way to motivate them. You must prove to them that you know best, Mr. President. You must give them direct instructions.
I will tell them to remove all misunderstanding. I now place you in the strict military relation to General Halleck, of a commander of one of the armies, to the General-in-Chief of all the armies. I have not intended differently, but as it seems to be differently understood, I shall direct him to give you order, and you to obey them.
Great job, Mr. President. As a result of this change of behavior, the Army has had a series of victories in Vicksburg and Gettysburg.
But now, how do I relate to the people? How do I recapture the public opinion?
Mr. President, you have a vision like no other. You have the ability to work with other people. I know you can think of something.
It is uncommon for the President of the United States to leave the White House, but I want my people to know that I am for them and with them. I also want to intentionally talk to them. What if I wrote a letter for millions of the American people to read? This way, I can create some kind of personal bond with my American people. This way, I could change their perception of me. Through persuasion, one individual tries to change the attitude of another person in regard to certain issues. Certain characteristics of the source, target, and message affect the persuasion process. I can persuade my people to know the truth that I am here for them and I stand for America.
Aha! Aha! A public letter campaign that reaches to millions of people.
In conclusion, through these organizational leadership shifts, Lincoln built a relationship with the military and the general public. Step out of the box and observe what practices in the present are standing in the way of your future. If changing leadership styles can help win wars, then they most certainly can help an organization on a smaller scale.